WSAZ News Channel 3 tonight.
Young, dedicated, and dearly missed.
A community comes out to say goodbye to a young man who gave his all, but is gone far too soon. Good evening, I'm Tim here in Huntington.
I'm Jessica Ralston in Charleston.
First tonight, some police will tell you the war on drugs is really just a series of battles. A major battle around here involves the scourge of prescription drugs. And there's some progress being made. A crackdown in Florida that started in the springtime is making an impact here in our region this summer. Under pressure from people like Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear, Florida's Governor Rick Scott agreed to better monitor the flow of prescription drugs from his state. Deputies in Greenup County say they've noticed a difference.
We have seen some results as a result of what we're doing, not just us, but other agencies in the area, all the way from here to Florida, finally.
3's Hannah Francis joins us now. And Hannah, you talked with Sheriff Cooper. He said that they are by no means finished with the war on pills, and now they're fighting another battle.
Exactly. As pills are becoming more hard to get and so expensive, some in Greenup County are turning to a cheaper high. Meth is quickly becoming a drug of choice.
This right here is what they put into their body.
A recipe for meth calls for Drano, batteries, aluminum foil, typically things labeled do not ingest.
It's so cheap to make meth if you're making it for your own personal use. The OC's, OxyContin, it's an expensive habit.
Not quite out with the old, but still in with the new. On top of pills now, a county that's seen maybe one meth bust a year is seeing 2 a day.
My officers and me seeing the labs, seeing people that actually have meth where maybe typically in the past they would have a pocket full of pills.
Do you think it's worth it?
No. No.
Katie Horsley's a mom of 3, all going back to school this week, but she's not packing their lunches. She's locked up.
You don't get to see him, you don't get to hold him. I mean, it's like you get put in here, it's like your whole life gets flipped around.
She says she smoked meth, blacked out, and woke up here, and she has the bruises to prove it.
My ears is all messed up too.
It's very hard on you physically, but you can tell from what Deputy Fuller showed you. Look at the stuff you're putting in your body. It's poison. Any of those things by themselves, you would think, well, that's stupid. That'd kill me if I put that into my system.
The problem just started popping up in the last few weeks in Greenup County. The sheriff told me the judge in the county is not taking these meth cases lightly, Tim. He is giving harsh penalties, hoping to put an early stop to this, what could be epidemic. Yeah, because we've seen that in so many other parts of our area, that meth problem. Thanks, Hannah. The Sheriff's Department says it is important that if you think you know where meth-making materials might be or where people might be cooking them, to call the Sheriff's Department, because obviously that stuff is very dangerous and can even blow up.
Completing an absolutely perfect last 3 nights across our area on the county fair circuit. In your first forecast tomorrow, we'll get off to a very nice start. A warm start, patchy fog, cozy in the morning. Then by midday, we're going to start feeling muggy outside. In fact, the temperature hits 85 by the lunch hour, and some bank thermometers and porch thermometers could touch 90 tomorrow. Airports should check in the upper 80s, and especially late in the day, a shower or thunderstorm can occur, and especially tomorrow night into Sunday, I expect some downpours around. But HD Doppler radar high and dry right now. But let me show you one speck that's down toward Hokie Country near Blacksburg and between Blacksburg and Roanoke. Some showers and thunder showers in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. From that direction, a shower could back into parts of the mountains tomorrow morning. But let me stress, Tim, I expect the main activity to come tomorrow night. Fingers crossed, maybe even a little later than I was thinking earlier. We'll talk about that when I come back in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Tony. A tribute to a firefighter who made a lasting impression during his short life. A 21-year-old died, Corey Price, earlier this week in a motorcycle crash. Well, today, emergency responders from across the state of West Virginia came together in Chapmanville to honor his life and his service. News Channel 3's Michael Hyland shows us how his friends are remembering Corey.
A death in the family brings hundreds of people together. Friends say Corey Price, or Bird as many people called him, set himself apart with his hard work ethic and his ability to put a smile on anyone's face.
He loved to have fun and cut up, but when it came to business, he was, he knew how to take care of business and he was a good worker. But he loved to have fun. That was how he was.
It's the first time in about 30 years the emergency response community in Logan County has experienced a death like this. So they honored Corey with a full fireman's funeral.
It's been a wonderful experience to see the community come together and to see all the first responder community come together.
That just, makes you feel good that, everybody comes together when, tragedy happens. We're just always there for each other no matter what.
He was the son of Chapmanville Mayor Jerry Price. He was only 21, but he had served as an EMT, as a firefighter with the Chapmanville and Logan departments, and did so much more.
He blossomed all of a sudden. There's not too many 21-year-olds that have accomplished what he's accomplished through his lifetime. He had got his game together and knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to help other people, and that's what he did.
And for a while, this community will work to help each other as they cope with losing a member of the family who was much too young. Michael Highland, WSAZ News Channel 3, Chapmanville.
9 EMS agencies and about 30 fire departments were at today's service. Corey Price was buried at the Highland Memorial Gardens. We want to make a correction to a story that we ran this evening at 6 o'clock involving a motorcycle chop shop investigation. The building we showed in the video is not the building where the alleged illegal activity actually took place, and the business pictured actually had nothing to do with the investigation, so we would like to apologize for that error. Class dismissed a little early at the Charleston Beauty School this afternoon, all over what teachers say is probably just a prank, but it was no laughing matter when it happened. Students and staff were forced out of the building after a small explosion on the 4th floor. School officials say someone mixed chemicals with some toilet bowl cleaner, put it in a soda bottle, and left it in a locker. No one was hurt in that incident, and no arrests have been made so far. When you think of lobster, Kentucky may not usually be the first place that comes to mind, but the seafood favorite has helped earn one local agency some national honors. Lobster Fest is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Safe Harbor Domestic Violence Shelter in Ashland. The Boyd County Medical Alliance has been instrumental in organizing the annual event. They've raised nearly $100,000 a year for the shelter for renovations to the building. The group was recently honored by the American Medical Association Alliance for their fundraising and awareness, one of only 2 such awards handed out nationwide.
It's important for us to raise awareness about domestic violence. It's important for us to educate women and children and help them understand that they don't need to live in a violent situation and that there is a safe place for them to go.
The annual Lobster Fest fundraiser takes place next Saturday at the Bellefonte Country Club, where, of course, lobster tops the menu. You can call 606-329-9304, that number on your screen, for some more information. With a quick snip, years of planning, building, and consolidating are finally over in Mingo County. This morning, the ribbon was cut on the new Mingo Central High School. It will house students from Birch, Gilbert, Matewan, and Williamson all under one roof. Parents and students were able to tour the school and check out the new football field. And the early reviews appear to be pretty positive.
There's just so much to offer at this school. If you could ever have a school, it would be a perfect school to show the rest of the state what a real school can be like and what one should be like. This is it.
Wow. Put that guy on the ad. The $30 million school has 47 teaching spaces, which include labs, vocational classrooms, and facilities to improve health among students in Mingo County. As we inch closer to Football Friday night, some students have a lot more to cheer about. Hurricane High. Well, they're the cheerleaders. They'll be passing, tackling, and sprinting down some brand new turf this year. The students, staff, and families came out to meet the team tonight and get a glimpse of that brand new field turf and all the different facilities. Some players say being the first team to use the new turf puts some pressure on to perform.
Yeah, it feels good to get an artificial turf field like this your senior year after you feel like you've worked hard, you deserve it, you prove yourself a little bit, and you kind of get rewarded, but that can't be any reason to slow you down and stop you now. You just got to keep pushing.
Organizers say tonight's Meet the Team had a record turnout.